Okay, I know it's been a while since I've last done a video on the Littlest Pet Shop Inspired by series. For those who don't know, it's where I make a Littlest Pet Shop custom inspired by somebody else in the community. But our next person for this video is LPS and Lattes. Y'all, every time I look at this page, it just makes me want to have a cup of tea, and I don't even like tea. It's just so cute, and I'm excited to be able to make my own custom inspired by this person, but before then, I should definitely make a list, because of course I gotta take a few notes before making the custom. Alright, so right off the bat, first thing I notice is she has a lot of Persian cats. She definitely has a favorite. Another thing I notice is the eyes. When she paints them, she usually doesn't use black for the eyelashes. She does like a darker blue or just lighter colors in general. I also noticed she definitely has pink bows in a lot of her customs, so that's definitely something I'll have to include. And lastly, I'm noticing a lot of shapes. She usually has a little bit of like flowers, stars, or hearts on her customs, so that's definitely something I'll have to incorporate in my design as well. Now normally I would actually make a design for this, but LPS and Lattes was cool and she actually gave me one of her designs that she wasn't using, so we're just gonna go ahead and use that as a reference. So hey, that makes things a lot easier. I don't have to make my own design inspired by her. I actually have a design ready to go. Now before we start painting this, I just want to let you guys know Mini LPS Shop is where I get my bases from. A lot of people question how I paint these blank bases and how they can start customizing too. They are the company that makes them, and they're nice and high quality, so I'll link that in my description. Now, LPS and Lattes has given me a few fun facts about herself, so you can get to know the creator more while we make our work inspired by her. Okay, so fun fact about LPS and Lattes, she actually went to college for graphic design and illustration. She has been an OG Littlest Pet Shop collector since 2004, but it's only been as of a year ago that she got back into recollecting the Littlest Pet Shops just to bring her back to the good old days. But LPS is not all what she collects. She also collects jelly cats and calico critters too. She's a quirky individual, and she's been always artsy and crafty even when she was just little. She loves the Littlest Pet Shop community because it makes her feel seen for collecting what she loves despite being in her late 20s. She's mainly known for her Persian cat customs, which I caught on to pretty darn quickly. Can definitely tell it's her favorite. And her mascot is based off of her ragdoll cat. Her customs are inspired by warm, cozy, and coffee. Okay, so those are all the fun facts and information she gave me today. Right now, I'm just painting some of the details on the Persian cat base. I will say I did change the design she gave me just a little bit. I didn't want to make it too 100% identical to her work, just a few small changes here and there, but still inspired by her. This was my first time painting a Persian cat base. Thank you, Mini LPS Shop, for sending this to me. And you know, I can definitely see why this is one of LPS and Latte's favorite bases to paint. I really had a lot of fun with this one. Next, I was adding the flowers that she had in the original design. One thing I did change is not putting flowers on both of the eyes and instead just doing one, because I knew it would take me forever to like make them symmetrical. I struggled with the flower around the eye and I just couldn't bring myself to do it a second time. So props to LPS and Lattes for being able to do that. Next, like I mentioned in the notes, she does make the eyes like a lighter blue color usually, and also does more of like a pastel color scheme. I tried to keep the eyes as close to the picture she sent me as possible. I do think the eyes is one way her work is pretty recognizable. Like the way she paints them is just so unique. Again, thank you for providing this design for me, LPS and Lattes. Even though I changed it up a little bit, I did try to keep it similar to your work. And for those who are watching who also might be a Littlest Pet Shop creator, let me know if you want to be in my next video. I will say I have a lot of interest in being part of the Inspired by series. I won't be able to get to everybody, unfortunately, but if you are interested, just let me know. And for those who love LPS and Latte's work just as much as I do, I'm linking her Instagram in my description for those who want to follow her. Alright, now back to the custom. We are approaching the very end, just the final details like the sparkles and shapes in her eyes. I also added a little bit of blush, and finally I have to gloss her eyes to make them all nice and shiny. After glossing her eyes and adding that final pink bow tie, she was all done. I absolutely love the way she turned out. She's so cute. She kind of reminds me of like a little toasted marshmallow. And for those who fell in love with this custom just like I did, you can go ahead and purchase it on my Etsy, which is also linked in my description. Thank you LPS and Lattes for allowing me to do an Inspired by You, and thank you guys for watching. That's everything I have for you today, and stay cozy.